Hey everyone, we're gonna do a walk around on this 1971 Ford Bronco. So just finished photographing it, and it's quite a pleasant thing, this. Ooh, it's a little dark on this side. I might need to readjust this for the video, but we'll continue rolling. So it's very creamsicle colored. It's kind of an off cream white paint on the fender flares, and it looks a lot like grabber orange, which I need to do a little bit more digging to see if that's actually the paint color. But I passed a grabber orange Mustang on the way to the shoot location, and I was like, hey, that's the color. But we'll start on this side. Let's see here, I saw one, actually there's two little Audi dings, right? One right there, and where did the other one go? I lost it. Right there as well, really hard to see. And then there's another little Audi right there. Really tiny, but I think that's all the dings I saw in the car. We did get all the lights working. Mazcare took care of that for me. But you can see the bright work's in really good shape. Very, a really light scratch right there. But overall, really good condition. The body lines line up pretty well. This one sticks out a little bit on this end, but everywhere else looked pretty good to me. Windshield wipers do work. You just kind of see the paint quality. It's pretty good. Oop, that door is open. That is not a body gap. There we are. But the doors are easy to open. All really pleasant. Super clean up top. All the window seals are nice and flush, and they are nice and soft and rubbery still too. They do have elasticity still. Got the exhaust system, which I've got undersides in the gallery. It sounds very nice. It's not super loud. Really, it's just it being a Bronco, that's the loudest part on the road, but exhaust, you can hear it, and you give it gas, it sounds nice and meaty and American. I like the door hinges right here. It's just good finishes. I deal with a lot of these Broncos during my daytime job, mostly Icons and Gateways, but we do get these kind of more grassroots Broncos in, and this is definitely in the upper echelon of them. But I guess we'll go in the engine bay real fast. This one has pretty good drivability. I got it dialed in with the shop I work with. I know it says they specialize in Mazda, but they have some absolute hot rod guys there that are technicians, and they were more than happy to work on this car. And they do really good work. They're drivers, they're race car drivers. They like getting cars set up for driving. I'm also a driver, so I don't want a car that looks good but drives like crap. That's what we have here. Yeah, everything's nice. AC does work. It's a sand-in compressor, and it is on 134, of course. There's the engine, quite a healthy, meaty thing it is. We dialed in some ignition and timing and stuff too, so it's running really nicely now. Radiator is huge. I mean, that's a thick guy. I drove it in some pretty warm weather, and cooling was a non-issue. So let's go inside. Love the mirrors too. Just old cars had such shapely mirrors. So you get more of the cream colored paint on the inside here. You have the corner windows that open. Again, there's no rust on this car. It's just got recently restored. And you do have, let's see here, 3 vents for AC. One on that side, one over there, and then right there. You can aim that one kind of between your legs like an LS400. And it's very pleasant on a hot, muggy Atlanta day like today. So this is all vinyl, I believe, in here. Yep. Ow, that hurt. Sturdy steering wheel. It is actually very nice, very pleasant to hold. And you get your seats. They look simple, but they're incredibly comfortable. And you do have the rubberized flooring, so this is a Bronco. You can just off-road it and then hose it out when you're done. Love the the shift knob. I think it looks like a walnut or something. Really, really pretty. And we do have the retro sound system in here, and the AC, like I said, does work. You get your VIN plate in the glove box there, and the speakers right there. I don't know if there's any more speakers in this cabin. I kind of think there's only the one. But you can fold the seat back and climb into the rear seat. You can seat 2 people there pretty comfortably. And yep, just kind of more on the inside. It's pretty simple. This car is really not a lot to show, but it's pretty good craftsmanship on this one. Cool. Well, there we go. The door shut itself. Lovely. Oh, I guess wheels real fast. They're very pleasant. Although the braking system is new with really nice components. We shimmed the brake calipers. We serviced the system. We did a bunch of work on the rear end. The car brakes and stops really nicely now. And we do have with these Firestone Destination MT2s, and they're 2020s. See the date codes right there, 2020. This car hasn't gone very far as mileage, so these are pretty brand new. You can still see all the little water grooves there. I mean, it's pretty nice. Everything's new. A lot of these that sit, and people will use cheap hardware. You'll see like nuts and bolt heads and stuff just rusting from them sitting. This car has none of that. They used very quality components. The guys that worked on the car at Mazda were like, hey, there's a lot of expensive parts in this car. They did a pretty darn good job. It's all really nice. I mean, these are really simple cars. There's really not a lot to show other than, you know, just decent craftsmanship. So there's the exterior and the interior of the Bronco. We're gonna go drive it. All right, welcome everyone to the driving portion of the video. Let me get this a little bit more adjusted. There we are. So I'm gonna tootle back home. So we do have a 3-speed manual gearbox. I find the gear ratios to actually be really decent. They're not too far, and they're also like not too short. You can comfortably take off in 2nd gear. I think the car prefers 1st though. So like I was saying before, the seats are actually really comfortable. The AC is keeping me nice and cool. It is a muggy, swampy day out today. And I was driving this out in, I don't know, 87-degree weather with the sun beating down on me, and I wasn't sweating even in the vinyl seat. So you do have the retro sound. It is Bluetooth capable. Does work. I like the black vinyl dash as well. You don't get reflections in the windshield. The blinkers do work. The stock has a nice assertive click to it, and they do not self-reset. You do have to reset them every time you use them. Just an FYI. It's just so nice. It's comfortable. You can kind of chill and relax in it. But you do get a lot of really good mechanical feedback. It is an old car after all. The clutch feels very, very good. The gates on the shifter are clear and precise. And I love the wood shift knob. It's just a very, very easy car to drive. And if a resto mod is easy to drive, that means they did a really good job tuning it. And that's the hard part. So that's wide open throttle in second gear. It's by no means slow whatsoever. A lot of torque. A lot of good horsepower too. We reset the timing on this, played with the ignition a little bit. We got the car running really nicely from where it was when I picked it up. I really like the seating position too. It's not like a bus wheel where you're, you know, like that. It's really comfortable. You're kind of laid back and relaxed. The steering wheel comes nice and close to your chest. I have shorter arms, so I really like the ergonomics. But I was going 60, 70 miles an hour on some highway today on the way back home from the shop. Totally fine at highway speeds. It's obviously a little bit loud, but that's to be expected with an old resto modded Bronco. But yeah, you can hop on the freeway and you know, drive if you need to. All the gauges work. I just put about $25 worth of gas in it right before I came over here, and it was sitting at right about a little bit below a quarter of a tank, and now it's sitting at a little bit above half. The temperature gauge does work. It stays nice and cool with the help of that big old radiator up front. And the car gets a lot of eyeballs. There's the Mustang I was talking about. This is actually a little bit darker than Grabber Orange, I think. It's got a little bit more red in it, I think, than that. That's a little bit more yellow. But it's very close to Grabber Orange. Next, the power steering is really nice. The steering, you can steer with one finger, but like it's not too light to where you can't really feel anything. And it actually does load up surprisingly well in the corners. You get good feedback in a turn. That's actually where the steering feels kind of the best, is in a turn, strangely enough. You're not, you know, like an old 1950s movie star with the wheel in a turn. You set it and it will hold. There's a little bit of corrections, as you can see, driving in a straight line, but hey, that's Bronco life for you. This is not a Porsche. This is a Ford Bronco. And I've driven a lot of the new ones, and the view over the hood is very like the new ones. You got the little indicators up there, so you can see the corners of the car really, really well. The visibility is incredible on here. It is a rock crawler after all, so you want to be able to see your corners. You don't want to brush up against a rock or a stone or a tree. I'm shocked at how good the AC is. I mean, that's a big old compressor, and it's keeping all this nice and cool for me. I'm extremely comfortable. Alright, well, I'm probably gonna close it down right around here. Again, the brakes are nice. We did a lot of work on the brakes. It's a very honest, very solid driving Bronco that the builder did actually a really good job on. Like I said in the walk-around video, I interact with a ton of these things, both the nicest ones in the world, and then, you know, your medium grade, you know, $40,000 to $30,000 ones, and this is definitely on the nicer side of those. We had a help sell blue one that actually drove about as nice as this one, and I think we sold that car for, I don't know, mid-60s, mid-70s, something like that. So this is going to be a ton of Bronco for the money. I also just really like the color combination. It's dreamsicle. I know people who watch sports will probably tie in like Auburn colors or I think Florida, I know everyone's going to make fun of me. I don't watch football at all, but I'm surrounded by the culture of it, and you're always seeing people buy orange vehicles specifically to match the colleges and universities they went to. So maybe this would be a good one for someone like that. But yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them in the YouTube video or in the Bring a Trailer listing link, and I will be with you, and more than happy to hold your hand along the way, answer any questions. This is not exactly my wheelhouse. I've definitely helped sell, I don't know, about a dozen Broncos, so I guess I'm pretty familiar with them, but every single one's different when it comes to resto mods. So it rips, it's fast. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I will, you know, crawl underneath the car, look for part numbers, brands, stuff like that. So I don't really know if I have too much information on the build itself. I'll include some photos in the gallery that I found on Google, and I'll get some more information from the owner. But yeah, this is part of I'm brokering this on behalf of the owner. He's a local car collector. He's got, I don't know, about 20, 30 cars. And I believe this was his birth year, which is why he bought this particular Bronco, which is really cool. So there we are. Thanks for watching, and happy bidding. Also, I'm more than happy to show the car by appointment as well, and I'm open for phone calls and FaceTime. Thanks for watching.